Hey guys! A dying, sickly, no, not really, but a mildly sick KLR here. I don't know what I've got, but as far as I know, I'm coughing a lot. So I apologize if I do cough a lot in this video. I mean, the last video had a yawn counter, but I mean, the coughing's gonna be annoying, so I apologize. So, last where we left off, oh, I already felt like coughing. We wrote a poem, and we talked about books with Yuri, and now I left it off at who I should show my poem to. I think I am going to show it to the person I literally just spoke to 2 minutes ago, technically in the game, Yuri. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Side note, I'm not going to do the voices because my throat's fucked. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covered her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me, I think. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kinda want to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit to do together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it has demeanor totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Ooh, drama. Fucking high school drama, everybody. Woohoo! Nah, hate drama. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. I can't wait to read her poem. I love, like, dark poems and shit. Which is itself is kinda funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the end of glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining straight light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air in the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. I could read that actually pretty good. But I have the one that's got pretty terrible handwriting, so... What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write as something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Alright, that's easy? What's like harder to digest then? Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, KLR. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. I read it! I fully read it. I did not glance over it. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work? They usually do more as tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in the last remaining feet of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. Yeah, I agree. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, KLR. Ah. Me too. Who do I show my poem to next? Monika! Hi, KLR. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or new things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I settled in. Anyways, want me to share your problem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Why am I laughing like this? Don't worry, KLR. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's sort of... What the fuck did I just do? But it's a sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I shall hand Monika my poem. Great job, KLR. I was going, oh, in my head while reading. It's really metaphorical. Thank you. I tried to write it like if I was writing a song name. Fucking Tears of Despise or whatever. Fucking I wish it was Tears Don't Fall, but no bullet for my Valentine. I'm not sure why, but I expected to go for something so deep. But I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair! Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri kind of likes this writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes to leave to readers to divide their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently. Both allowing people to get some out of it just by feel, or letting them to analyze of all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has got at this point. I never really asked her. I'm sure no one near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn to try new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a type of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'm always going to help you what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's nothing you have about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good at it. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Scratching forever and everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he was on the other side looking in. Who was? So, what do you think? It's Freddy freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. When was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure how I can put it. I guess you could say it's some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you're just gonna get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's talk to Sayori. This is a good poem, KLR. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the type guy to be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed to me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Without you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you just wrote one. It really reminds me of how you're part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really in it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, KLR. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that sometimes only reveal good people do. What? What did I say? That's something that only really good people do. I need English lessons. That's why I'm glad to be going to the literature club. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I'm joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of the bed, making me rub sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to whisk away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. I'm not mad. I want breakfast. It's interesting. I kind of agree. I think it was Monika that said it. Very simple. Like, very simple poem. But I like the theme behind it. It kind of makes sense. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I'm still trying my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? Bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. If you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. Damn! Holy shit! What? Harsh. You expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you really think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better of it anyway. I like to tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each your own, I guess. I am not gonna get along with Natsuki. Anyway, I gotta share my... now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can... Wow. Yeah, wow. Wow, this is... simple. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sing, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. What the fuck? Don't critique me if I can't critique you for this. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Hold on, what are you doing, my character? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all so sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. Isn't it the point for poems to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been that rude. I apologize, Natsuki. I should have thought about it in a different way, not just thinking that was just very, 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 very simple. I apologize. Not all writing has to be sophisticated. Ugh. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be really disheartening. Yeah, I know that feeling. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts on the weight to my wordplay. Like I set up at the rhyme for the end, but then it falls flat on purpose. It brings out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess I went to more than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you've learned something. Didn't expect you from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Side to humor of every last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. If Natsuki is feeling is proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. I was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess I'd end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. Eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheet of paper, sharing their respective poems. As if they read in tandem, I want each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What is with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissingly returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try out hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really come out nice at all. I really do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and KLR did too. So based on that, I gave you some of my suggestions for my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh god, they're all getting angry. That's not good. And KLR liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh god. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that KSR appreciates my advice more than you appreciate yours. Huh? And how'd you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If it was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out my way. Everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything alright? You know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew size as soon as KLR started showing up. Wait, what? Natsuki? What? That's a little far, Natsuki. Oh, Jesus. Both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. KLR, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn and appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not to force them to have it figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey simple feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is only unnecessary, limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kayla? Well? How do I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about it. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think highly of me. All of what they just said went in through one ear and went out through the other. That's how... I don't care much about English or literature or anything, which is... yeah. The game... so far, it looks like I'm going the friendship route with Yuri, so I'm just gonna go with that. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said a poem was cute. I... see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri was meant well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having a look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms up. The music does not fit the mood right now. Legit. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well... alright. I believe you. Thanks, Kayla. You're too kind. Psh, nah. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club right now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what did Natsuki say? Never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. How about you, Kayla? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the poems. Hold on. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I note to myself with newfound determination. KLR, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly she's been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Kayla, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that to myself more than her, but it's going to be easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. Time to write more poems. Alright. Let's write our songs. Go! Let's write some songs, not the poem. Let's go. Why am I singing? I don't know. Uncontrollable sensation. Unrestrained contamination. Desire. That's a really dark word to put in there. Desire to whistle. Unstable. Adventure. Unrequited. Passion. What else? Whirlwind of tears. Agonizing sadness. Misery loves my company. Misery playground. It's very mixed mash right now. I think Sayori's in the lead, but I need words for Yuri. Journey into the summer. Ambience. Fantasy. It's very mixed mash. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable heading over the last couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Kayla! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being you being in the club is all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the mood for. But I guess the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take it with your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She stumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I had to lend you some. There's one thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Wow! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell KO to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in something like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy when you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Damn. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side to you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept a revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess it's a little... Fucking... Quill. Really? Really, Quill? Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Quill. I guess there's a little devil inside of us, is there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? Whoa. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab on about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez. Just eat it. Sayori rapidly opens the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going to do a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really too good, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Why did you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sorry, let's go of steam. Goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her hand around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oof. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? What the fuck was that noise? Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where is Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than any of us combined. Oof. That's true. Excuse me? The door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't where you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. It just kinda started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Kayla. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, why did I do that creepy laugh again? I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki ended up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to a book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Huh? Ah. I certainly noticed Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Ah, no. I was kinda just waiting for you. Ah, if that's the case. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I take some tea first? Make some tea first. Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing I can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not for mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, a kind of a water filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher, and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk, and then we go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves contracts to speaking mannerisms. Especially because of their long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. Ah, might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are the two of you off to? Eh? Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I certainly how weird it is explaining it to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell you there's something wrong with helping involve KLR in club activities? Eh? Jesus, Yuri. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, KLR. Yuri quickly exits the rooms and I follow. That spooked me. Once in the hallway, she sharply puts her forehead against the wall. Spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. KLR. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light shower into a hurricane. No. Would you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. KLR. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. KLR, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well then. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll even be more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that you should try expressing yourself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Kayla. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Kayla, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can reel my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it goes well with the tea. Yuri and I sit together against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kinda cute, but when she's getting less apprehensive, it's more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand into not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it look even harder to focus. Because now I need to make sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Good work, virtual me. Good work. And I mean that in like a fucking... how are you fucking holding everything, mate? Wait, that makes me sound so perverted. No. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She also wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put my teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of a book to finish wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Don't mind me. I am just going to set that up as the thumbnail for later on. There we go. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate candy, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the look. She surely parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. Apprehensively put the chocolate in my mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. KLR. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. Situation had gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can just tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. This time, Yuri's eyes meets mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm, Like before, she parted her lips, but it was different this time. Take the chocolate and place it in my mouth. I felt her hot breath on my fingers. Fucking hell, it feels like I'm reading a fanfiction. Not fanfiction, a romance novel. That's a better description. Okay, everyone. Ooh, Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Kayla, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean without so much as a word broken between us. I get that feeling this is something that will happen a lot. I should have fully read that. Alright, we're gonna do the poems, and then if there's a cutscene after, then we're gonna end the episode. Let's start off with the person that didn't like our poem last time, Natsuki. Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, kinda reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Yeah? You think so? Yeah. I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. Honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Oh, I just felt that, like, spike go straight into my heart. Jesus Christ, Natsuki. Oh, fuck you. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Say we take care of each other in our own ways. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sings a chorus, my heart will pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg real bad. And Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like for spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone that. Damn, that's actually really depressing. If you think about it, it's kind of someone bullying someone for the way that you don't like something. It's like saying X loves, I don't know, X loves skateboarding, but Y doesn't. So they start bullying him for it because they see it as something dirty. That's depressing. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can have complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of a poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid if people find out that make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I wouldn't want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Who should I write my next poem to? Oh, I like this one, KLR. It has some nice feelings to it. I'm glad. Does it mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know? I'm good at figuring out poems if they're good or bad or not. I'm not good if they're good or bad. But that's the way I go big with my heart. I'm trying to speak, Jake, speak with clarity. makes me feel things that it must be a good poem. I'm not sure how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why do you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. You're always thinking about other people. You still need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and the things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm better expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Kayla. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. Reach inside with my thumb and a forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and all in a bottle, all in a row. Collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes when a friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my finger goes, like exploring a cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I boiled my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in comes my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they all want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them in each to every friend. Each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Is it just me or are these poems getting like darker and darker? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been in really touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to not be pessimistic. Yuri, let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with surprised expression. Do you like it? KLR, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques we're practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really want to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing It just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I've really only written one write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you? The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night, while slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unscolding, unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious were aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that I fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon had decked its phase and passed that much light off my cutting knife. Very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. Sliced of bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. Raccoon has taken a following me. You could say it's gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry, and more frequently so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, clash of Padovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Huh? Hold on. Wait. Did I... That's a lot more metaphorical. Did I eat the raccoon? Sorry, this is why I'm not good at literature. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what's it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that's different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express how it feels for me to indulge my own unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep for myself, so I usually enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About something being ridiculed for your strange interests? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I had to learn to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. I'm glad you're such a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't that many people like you, KLR. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I'd feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I always feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And now you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. All that's left now is Monika. Hi again, Kayla. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy then you're applying yourself. Maybe someday you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You'll never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Oh, right. This one's good. It feels like you're not getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get a personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on inside her head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I don't know why she kept so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monika kind of whispers that last one to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's nothing really wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like this one the way it turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors. They won't stop. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, and blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise. It won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a violin on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. That's... well, that's also dark. I mean, in a way, it kind of makes sense in a computer way. Red, green, blue. Of course, that's the code for RGB. Sine, cosine, tangent. That's the frickin'... what's the word I'm looking for? Maths thing. I forgot what they're called. But yeah, this is weird. Save me, load me. Maybe it could be a gaming reference. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kinda like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how you space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika writing tip of the day. Sometimes you have facing yourself a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. You know, because of that, I'm gonna save my game. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Thanks for breaking the fourth wall, Monika. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come to sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together much anything in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters and have designed some pamphlets we can hand out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on the pose in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You really didn't put starting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's bad of an idea? Well, no. It's just not a bad idea. But I don't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand what they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. And to let them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones who's responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with you. Finding new horizons. And having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others, to inspire them to feel the same feelings that brought them here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes standing in front of a people for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying to get hard new members. Least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... What's if Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left? Okay, fine. I guess I have to get it over with. Oh, right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's great, everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is so sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this is The Way They Fly. Monika begins writing a song. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around at me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a deep breath and smile. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Usually glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering voice transforms into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure she initiates with her perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse of the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back in reality and glances around, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding, everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. So how'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or your own hand. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best this way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins reciting her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheerful like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. But if I were to read this on paper, I wouldn't have thought too much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a new meaning. Meaning this is what Sayori said. And she likes my poems. It's like she gets to read more deeply into someone than I knew. Someone I thought. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even KLR liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems won't work well as kind of the delivery. I don't understand. Other words, I've seen poems of yours where this sort of general delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you meant. That's, well, I've been practicing that side of thing. It's just a little embarrassing to do it in front of people. The next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now who's the next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before KLR. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let KLR lowers everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Fuck you, Natsuki. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. Might as well go over to get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I guess I'll go with the one I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy in it. Despite that, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will prove over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unfused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's a Natsuki trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared going to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets to let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me feel really happy. Yeah. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll be finishing planning tomorrow, and we have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. And impressive... but... I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, KLR, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Alright, that's where I'm gonna leave it. I hope it's not that long of an episode when I do all the editing. Sorry for all the... There's gonna be a lot of jump cuts, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well. I don't know why I did such a long recording, but sorry, I'm not feeling well. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Doki Doki episode 2. A lot of things happened in this episode. There was some drama, and honest, Natsuki's kind of turning into a bitch, you know? And then, fucking, all the poems are becoming darker as time progresses, which is really weird. But oh well, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, episode, whatever. And as always, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!